watch that hose.
Boy, that's really awkward there with that hose.
Okay, go ahead and sit down. Let's pull out the... Alright, handles only. Ready? Okay. Oh, yeah, please. I would have been watching this unless we got them all the way up there.
Open the door and be like, pass. Hey.
Welcome to your not so new home.
It looks so much bigger in this tiny little cage.
Yeah, we'll wait everything empty when we get done. Ready? Your corner.
Hose.
We have a
hose over here. I can do it. That's as much as I can give you. Shut the outside door on.
Okay. And I won't open this enough to it. Comes out. There you go. Okay? Yeah.
Wait, what? No, you gotta clip the cage.
Yeah. I was really good when we did the highway before you did that.
Well, now we're talking about
here.
Yeah. That's what's happening.
We won't talk about that anymore. It just turned into beer talk. Okay, now we're ready. Hey.
Other side.
But this is more interesting.
Can I go on another ride, please? Hey.
Thank you. Aries.
Aries, there's a ghost behind you.
Oh, they sniffed the hose.
Get up.
Right.
Good job. You want poo-poo end?
Yeah, you gotta hook the door and pull it.
No one covered well,
We need to get him over there.
Good.
You'll be fine.
I was fighting you guys.
Don't touch it. So, can we tighten that there? You got this.
It's not the only door. There's lots of other spaces you could go to. They're working on a rope in the cage that he's wanting to go into. Of course, they always want to be where they're not allowed to be. You've got so much space back in the back. Yeah, you've got some more cages back there.
Oh yeah, snacks. Come on, baby.
Is it purring? You love it already?
And that rope's all the way around.
Yeah.
Come on, run around.
So where we just put that rope up.
Come on, baby. Come on, babe.
Hey, Paula. Finally moving the Cougars. Like everything, it's always hours after we think it's going to happen.
No, not in the den. Come on. Aries, come on, baby. Over here. He's never been in there. He's not sure. Buddy. Aries, this way. Come on. All right, Papa. That's very exciting.
So by shutting the door here, it'll make it safer for us as we bring his brother Orion over.
Good job, sir.
Watching from Hungary. How wonderful. You can see Jamie and Victor are still working on one of the doors in the front part of the cage. That's why he wasn't let into that section yet.
He's shut in the very, very back. Okay, I'll just go. Carol's fine.
Thank you.
I saw that. I'm just trying to get off.
Yep.
Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. A new neighbors feature. We'll stop here with Manny for a minute. Let everybody get into position and get their trap set. That won't be very interesting to watch, but Manny's always interesting. What do you think of all these cougars moving? Yeah. You gonna be okay sharing that funcation with cougars? Thank you, Jeannie Bear. Yep, Diane, it's time for Orion. Deb, thank you for jumping in all the comments here and answering everybody's question and giving them links. He is handsome, isn't he, Janice? Lauren, I try to keep my voice down when we're moving cats because they're really stressed out sometimes, and I don't want to add to that. Even with cats like Aries, who took it all in stride, it's still a little bit nerve-wracking for everybody involved, so I try to keep quiet. Edwina says you look very judgmental. Thank you, Elizabeth. He is a beautiful boy. Wendy, I have no doubt that he carries some great wisdom. Lori's just fainting dead away because he's so handsome. Well, Lauren, thank you for being a longtime follower. Sally says, "Oh, Manny, yeah." Hey, Ma. Deb says you're scary. Say, I'm not scary. I'm just painted that way. Do you guys remember that line from Roger Rabbit? I'm not bad. I'm just painted that way. All right, we're going to see how it's going with setting the cage up to catch Orion. And then the family will be at least side by side. They don't want to put the boys back in with Artemis just yet because of the surgery on her neck to remove that mass. We're sending the mass out, both her mass and apparently there were some masses in Lakota's mouth, Lakota Bobcat, that are also being sent out for testing. We think it's just a fatty mass with Artemis though. But anyway, with those stitches, they don't want the boys licking at the stitches and causing them to rip out, so we'll leave her by herself for a few days until that heals. Since we had the cage open down here at the end, we put a bunch of extra snaps on the door where Alyssa and Fred are back there so that he couldn't push the doors open and get out. Who do you think is bigger?
I think they're gonna be about even. It used to be Aries that was bigger, but
He's
kind of big
taller,
too.
but Aries is a little thicker. He's got Hispanic blood in him.
Yes, they sent the masses out on both of them, I believe.
He's big bone.
He is ready.
Here.
Come, big boy. Whoa, right. Whoa.
We are very ferocious. Hey, Aries knew what to do when I poked at his tail.
He's too busy wanting to go in the other side.
Trying.
Why don't you go ahead and have Steph pull the door open? There you go.
Get in here and get some snack, baby.
Yeah, that gets your whole tail in.
Whoa. That's very exciting. There's a lip on it. You have to go straight up and down, not at an angle. You're going to tear the trap. Sure. Hey, spin around. Hey. Hey. Your tail, sir. Get your tail in there.
Maybe if you touch it on the outside so he pulls away from it.
Hey. Spin around. All the way around. There. Chicken. This way.
Oh, okay, that's not smart.
No. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
It doesn't have claws. If she moves, you can move. Just making your day exciting. Yeah, I did that on the other one. Keep on snap so bad. Have your flop.
One of the things we've never done, Adam, is like measure everybody when they're in the cat hospital being sedated for things like how big around are their legs or their tails or how long are their tails. We've never done that. I'd love to get some of those measurements. We usually just have a lot of other stuff going on.
You're very silly boy. You need to put feet on the front stuff, so you need to keep it there.
Okay, I'm in.
You're being very good.
Ready? There's one on the back, but it's not gonna be good.
That's good, that's good.
She just needs a little bit. Just a smidge.
Wendy, we are probably going to leave these empty. The ones across the street there, the 4 that are empty across the street, are for the Guatemala tigers. And these we'll probably leave empty in case we are able to take more of the cats from Guatemala. We can't even begin to commit to that until the first 4 arrive. And we are sure that we can get all the paperwork and everything processed to make that happen. But there are more cats there who need a home, and so this will give us some space for them, although we'll have to do a lot of modifications if that's the case, like feeding lockouts are too little, and all the doors are too little, and all the tunnels are too little, and all the dens are too little. So it's going to be a lot of work, but for now it'll just be empty.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wait. So this is on the wrong side. You guys are on the top or the bottom?
We're on the bottom. Sarah Hallgreen shifted. As long as you guys carry a meter, it should be fine.
You want to just leave it like this and then we'll adjust. 3, 2, 1.
Why didn't you put it in the top loop?
It's always been bottom inner.
Seems like that'd make it really top heavy.
I have no idea.
It's okay to experiment.
Alright, a little bit higher. That is not enough. That is not enough.
Hold on. 1, 2. Hold on. I need some. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, wait a minute, because I'm stuck on here now.
I would go that way to avoid the tour.
Is there one down the middle road?
There was one at Manning a minute ago.
Okay. empty cages if they like. Well, don't put your weight on the end, silly boy.
Because Afton does not have enough weight to counteract it. Need a stoplight at this intersection. No, Melissa, the four from Guatemala are not here yet. We just had to have the cages empty and get them ready, which meant converting dens and platforms and all kinds of stuff for them. Even though there were tigers in there before, those were some older cages that needed a lot of work. But they're ready now. We just have to wait for the Fish and Wildlife Service to process the permit. Government shutdown did not help that matter any. It's 75 degrees. And my phone says it's low on battery, so I may lose you guys very shortly. Alright, whatever you guessed last time would be good for this one too.
Yep, exact same. 248 with cage.
Usually the bigger cats like traveling around and seeing all the other cats. The smaller cats usually hate it. But there's exceptions to every rule. We quarantine in space in their cages. So what they'll have is, for any new cats, they always have their own cleaning utensils. They even assign only specific keepers to them. We've only ever once had a virus go through. It was a cougar virus, and it was back in the 90s, and all of the cougars caught it. It was an airborne thing. But that's the only time we've ever had anything airborne go through the sanctuary.
That was the most difficult thing he's ever given me. It's the longest snow.
Artemis weighed 120 pounds. We don't know for sure what Ares and Orion weigh because we're weighing the whole cage and the poles and everything. So after they let him out, they'll bring the cage and the poles back and weigh them, and then deduce from that what the cat actually weighs. You might want to pause a second and pull that left pole a little closer, Alyssa, before it falls out of the loop. There you go.
No, go down this way because it would really be helpful. There's a go down the small path.
I just got my final numbers in on the catrescue.biz store. That's the store that funds the freedom fight, so the money from that, my intention for setting up the catrescue.biz site was so that all of the profits earned on that could be spent on legislation. It has to be a for-profit store in order for me to be able to do that. And after all the work that Deb mostly and I did on it, I lost $3,300 last year, so it was not profitable. There's a couple reasons for that. One is I spent $6,000 in advertising trying to send people there. So had it not been for that, it would have been at least slightly profitable. And the other was that I just haven't given it the attention that I need to make it profitable. Although advertising apparently is not working. Teacher! It's only the second year of that store, and so I'm going to give it a third year. Most businesses fail in their first 3 years. So we'll see whether sales pick up more. I don't mark up most of the stuff, like all of the stuff our volunteers buy there, all of their logo shirts and logo sweatshirts and logo jackets and stuff, all of that. I sell them for cost. I don't want to make any money off our volunteers. But, and the other print-on-demand items, so shirts like the one that I'm wearing. And Paula Dreschler was here today. She was wearing one of the shirts. Those are just barely marked up, so the margins on them are horrible. The jewelry is where I make the most money, but have the least sales. Paula, I know. Every time I see you, you're wearing stuff from catrescue.biz.
Ooh, there's slobber on it.
Yeah!
Alyssa says the pole is covered in slobber.
There's slobber on it.
Thank you, Diane.
Do you want a glove? No, because if it's slipping, I'm going to feel it.
Grace is a big shopper there. I think Edith shops there a lot.
Ready?
Allison, you probably have one of those things that blocks your browser from going through what they call a pretty link. So catrescue.biz actually points to something like, I forget, I think it's like catrescue.myshopify.com or something like that. Maybe somebody can click through on that link and give you the longer link. He is being a very good
Plus the
cat.
hose.
Yeah. Last thing we want to do is spray the cat.
Back it up a little bit.
6 inches.
There's a lot of memorial things at that store. Butterflies and rainbow bridge rings. And if you go to the site and then type in memorial, you'll find all of the things that are dedicated to remembering the cats who have passed. Thank you. You did that. Nancy Stone, thank you for posting that long link, and I see Carol did the same thing. Thank you.
1, 2.
Bless you.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Cougars are classified as lesser cats. They purr, they don't roar. The Live, Love, Rescue necklaces should still be at Cat Rescue. I almost wore mine today. Are you allergic to cougars or hay?
What's that?
I asked if Steph was allergic to cougars or hay.
Mine's cougars and bugs.
Cougars or hay? It's cougars.
Ooh, hay.
Jamie's allergic to cougars.
Get your,
I'm allergic to all cats.
hey, poop striper.
Sorry, we were doing an interview here on the allergies.
Buddy.
Thank you, Deb. Yeah, that is your brother.
Yeah, he's nervous. Come on, baby.
Call him, Aries. Who's purring? It's like, I see you. See you, bro. Well, they'll all have some stories to share tonight, for sure.
I couldn't move. Sorry.
Artemis is probably in her den. I don't see her out anywhere. She's like, too much activity for me. All right, thank you, everybody. Oh, wait, maybe he's going to come back into view. There's Orion. Behind the palmettos.
You guys still working in the front? Yeah, we just got to do the 2 tunnel doors, but Chef's going as well.
Breathing so hard.